Hi guys, welcome to session number 2 of marketing class. In session number 1, we have discussed what is the meaning of marketing or why do we need marketing. And in this session, we will continue with the subject of marketing. And this class is relevant for the student who are pursuing that NCERT syllabus for marketing class, especially for 11th and 12th class. The starting syllabus will be relevant for the 11th class, and later on we'll also cover the syllabus for the 12th class also. So let's start. So first and foremost, let us discuss what are the scopes and importance of marketing. See, whenever we study the scope of anything, technically what we're trying to find out is what all things are included in that particular topic. So for example, if we are understanding the scope of marketing, so technically if we draw a circle of marketing, what are the things which will be a part of that circle? So traditionally, when we understood marketing, we understood as only limited to goods and services. So by that we mean only goods and services can be marketed. But as we have grown as a society, as there is a change in our consumption pattern, so you will find there are a lot of things which have been included in marketing. A lot of things can be marketed. But this does not mean that something which does not have any value can also be marketed. In able to market any product, you will have to have some value attached to it. So for example, goods, any goods which are tangible items, any material, any commodity, any merchandise which gives adds to your value that can be marketed. So it is covered within the scope of marketing. Similarly for the services. Services are any act or any performances which gives you any benefit. For example, banking, insurance, education, consultancy. These all are example of services. So they can be marketed. But if we go beyond the goods and services, then there are experiences. So that can also be marketed. So for example, water park and theme park, they are selling you experience of spending some quality time with your family. They will give you all the park for sitting, all the rights to spend your time. What they are trying to sell you, they are trying to sell you experience to spend some quality time. Then we also now see a lot of marketing around people, especially when there are elections in any country. We see a lot of politicians market themselves. They also market themselves, and they also market people who are associated with them. Also, these people associate themselves with other brands, which we typically call a brand ambassador. So they associate themselves with the brand and they promote the brand itself. Then we have places with increase in our transportation capacity, increase in our transportation capabilities. We know that tourism has become a major source of revenue for most of the countries. So therefore, now countries need to advertise their places as well. They need to market their places as well as a tourist destination. So we see a lot of advertisement, lot of marketing around places, especially in India. If you remember Mr. Amitabh Bachchan doing Gujarat ad of spend some time in Gujarat. Then you have Madhya Pradesh ad, the heart of incredible India, or you have the Kerala government ad, goats on country. So these are all what these are the process of marketing a place. Then after marketing, we have the organizations. Organization typically means your body corporates, your companies. Now, why does a company need to market themselves? Why they are included within the scope of marketing? The answer is very simple. Any company nowadays, they have realized that the only way they can be successful if they have a good image in the eye of the public. So they want to create and boost that image. If, for example, Tata company, they market themselves as a company, you will find a lot of ad of the Tata group, not any particular Tata company, but as a group. Why is that? The reason is simple. They want to create the image of the Tata group as a whole. So that when people associate themselves with that group, either through a customer or as a supplier, so they associate also themselves with the brand image. Then we have properties. Now, properties, as we know, can be tangible or intangible. Tangible properties are like real estate, and intangible properties are like your shares, stocks in a company. Now, whenever you see a ad of any big developer, they are selling you the concept of high-rise apartment, those penthouse apartment. Now, why do you think this specific duplex apartment? Why do you think this specific name have been given to these property? The only reason is to market them. They cannot say that we are selling you a unit with 4 rooms. That is not a big marketing perspective. That is not a big marketing boost to their product. So they sell you at a penthouse or a duplex. The idea is to market the property. Or if you have heard about stock exchange, be it National Stock Exchange or Bombay Stock Exchange. Now these stock exchange are what? These are the marketplace. Marketplace where you can buy and sell the stocks of the company, the shares of the company. Share market, which we typically call. Now, The idea behind share market is what? Is to provide a place to the companies which are bringing their initial public offer, that is the IPO, and sell it to the public, market it to the public. Uh, if you are a student of 11th or 12th class, so I think you might not have heard about the word DRHP, Draft Red Hiring Prospectus. Now, this is a document which a company which is going to bring out their IPO, they submit it to the stock exchange. The idea behind DRHP is to tell the public what they will do with the money they receive from the IPO. Now, that is what? That is typically advertising or marketing to the public that come and buy our company share. Our company is doing so well. Then we have events. I hope everybody knows that last year India hosted the 50 over World Cup, Cricket World Cup. So now you see around those events, a lot of marketing took place. A lot of brand, a lot of product was specifically launched around those events. Why? The In order to market that event. Also, you will see, and most of the time it happens in recent Paris Olympics. It also happened. The event was Olympics, but a place was also advertised, marketed. That is the place, the destination. So the idea behind marketing is not limited to only one item. That is, you can only market good at one point of time or property at one point of time. When we advertised India as a destination for 50 over cricket World Cup, we also advertised India as a place of tourism. So there we combined the place and the event marketing. Then we have information. All the books, all the newspapers, all the periodicals, all the journals which you read, they are what? They are advertising or they are marketing a specific kind of knowledge to you. All the universities, all the colleges, they bring out their prospectus, usually at the time of admission process. Why is that? Because they want to market themselves to the student, to the potential student. And finally, we have ideas. Now, ideas, if you want to understand how you market an idea, think of it as a social message given by the government. So it can be a family planning ad or AIDS awareness campaign or prevention of child labor. All these are an idea or polio campaign by the government. These are all what? These are ideas which are marketed by the government so that more and more people associate with that idea. So if more and more people associate with themselves with the polio awareness campaign, then more and more people will bring their child to get that polio drop. So if you see, the scope of marketing is now no longer limited to just goods and services. With the advent of time, with the passage of time, we have realized that anything which is of value, be it experience, people, place, organization, property, event, information, or idea, all this thing can be marketed. The only thing is there has to be some kind of value attached to them. Then after the marketing, scope of marketing, the important question which we should ask ourselves that what is a market? Now, typically, market comes from a Latin word by the name of marketus, Mercatus. Now, marketus, if you translate it from Latin to the English language, it roughly translates to trade or a merchandise. So, a market is a place where trade happens. Now, trade will only happen if there is a buyer and a seller, because trade need two parties, a person who is buying the product and the person who is selling the product. So to conduct their business, they need a place. Traditionally, these market, which we typically called hats or mila, they used to be a physical place. That is, there is a physical location where the buyer and seller go and transact their business. But as we have seen in the past couple of years, in fact, in more and more, what we are realizing is that with the innovation of internet and technology, you do not need a physical place to visit to buy your products and services. They can easily happen. That is, the trade, the business can easily happen in a virtual platform. So you have your e-commerce websites coming up, e-commerce ventures coming up, be it Flipkart, be it Amazon, be it Blinkit or Swiggy. All these are e-commerce platforms. Now you do not need to visit a physical place to buy a cell phone or a laptop. All you have to do is you have to just open your cell phone, go to the app and order, browse the item and order. So market is typically was the typical definition of marketing, the traditional definition of marketing used to be a place where buyers and sellers used to meet to do their business. Examples are hearts and melas. But now, because we have technology in our hand, we do not need to visit that physical place. All those marketing event can happen in a virtual platform. So after what is marketing? Let us understand how many types of market do we have. So first and foremost, let's talk about a normal consumer, that is you and me. Now for us, the typical market is a consumer market. I hope if you do uh, go through the news on a daily basis, not even daily basis, frequently if you go through the news, you definitely hear the word FMCG. That is fast moving consumer goods. Now basically, these goods are goods which are used by a normal consumer like you and me. So your fridge, oven, air conditioner, furniture, these are what? These are consumer items. So the place, the market which caters to the need of consumer, they are the consumer market. Now, since other than consumer, there are industries also. So the finished goods which are provided, which are used by the industries, that becomes a industrial market. So the second type of market is where we find the finished goods, components and services, which caters to not the consumers, but the industries. Now, a very typical example which I give is a example of a fridge. Now, a refrigerator is bought by the normal consumer also, and they are bought by the a restaurant owner also. Now, the difference is the fridge which a consumer is buying, the different kind of fridge. The capacity is different, the storage capacity, the cooling capacity, the amount, the size, the shape, they are different. But if a restaurant owner is buying a fridge, to him the fridge are available of different capacity, of different capabilities, of different space, of different shape or size. Why? Because the need of consumer refrigerator is different and the need of a restaurant refrigerator is different. So the fridge which a restaurant owner needs, that will be provided in the industrial market. Now we have third type of market, which is the intermediate market. Now intermediate market is typically a place where you find goods which are still not finished, in the sense that they are used to develop or they are used to manufacture a different kind of product. So a metal sheet is a very good example of an intermediate market. A market of wholesale and retail, they are an example of intermediate market. But what is an intermediate market? What kind of goods are catered in the intermediate market? These are the goods which are typically used in processing of other products. Then markets can be based on their geographical location. Now you have a local market, that is the market which you immediately encounter when you leave your house. That is a local market. But if you are living in a rural area, you will have rural markets. In urban, we have urban markets. If we surpass the boundaries of a nation, we have global markets or international markets. So markets can also be defined on the basis of their geographical location. A very good example is a foreign exchange market. Now, foreign exchange market is not a local market. Why? Because foreign exchange is a concept which exists in international area. So, foreign exchange is an example of international market. And finally, we have non-profit and governmental market. Now, why do we need a different market for non-profit and government? The idea behind running a non-profit is that we are catering to social need of a society. Now, because we are catering to a social purpose, we cannot pay the same price which are being paid by our industry or a consumer. So companies who are selling to these non-profit or even government, because government is also ultimately is doing things for the social purpose for the people. So the companies who are selling to non-profits, these non-profit, they do not earn profits. The name says non-profit, they do not earn profit. That's why the name non-profit is there. Whatever they earn is given back to the society. So we need to establish a market where specially goods which caters to the need of non-profit and government are there. So therefore we have a different market for them. Now, the last topic of this slides of this session is the importance of marketers, importance of marketing. Now, importance of marketing can be break down into three categories. First of all, the importance to marketers. Now, why do the marketers, the people who are doing marketing, why do they need the marketing process, or why are they interested in marketing? A very simple idea is they want to promote their product. Now, what typically awareness includes? Brand awareness. A typical product awareness means brand awareness, that whenever a individual sees a product, they immediately recognize that product or service. The simple way of doing it is through heavy advertisement or heavy sales promotion. Brand awareness or product awareness typically comes with that aggressive promotion techniques or marketing techniques. But it is not true for every product, because the nature of product are different. The marketing techniques which are used, they are also different. And of course, the financial conditions of the company also matters when they are doing product awareness. Now, the idea behind product awareness is what? They want to enhance their product sale. Ultimately, the goal of company is to earn profit. Now, how do they earn profit? First thing is they sell the first thing could be, or the first idea could be to sell their product at a higher price. But they cannot charge any price they want from the consumer. So what they do, they create a product awareness in the mind of the public. Through that, they try to enhance their product sales. So they are basically trying to capture the sales and revenue market, or they want to increase their market share. Again, that happens through TV advertisement, radio commercial, or a lot of discount schemes can also be there. Online ads can also be there because more and more people are shifting toward that online marketplace. And finally, marketing helps marketers to build a company reputation. As I've said, if your company has a good image in eyes of the general public, they will want to be associated with you. You want your brand name to be recognized in a positive sense. Now, because consumers can easily associate a brand name with image, logo, or caption, therefore you will see almost every company has a logo. Almost every company has a catchphrase. Why is that? The only reason is because they know that consumers cannot remember that big paragraphs of the vision of the company, but they can remember that logo. They can remember that caption or image. So through marketing, they can imprint that image in the mind of the consumer. The second part is what is the importance of marketing to the customers? Now, the very important or the very first thing a marketing does for a consumer is to create utility. Utility typically means the value creation. Now, market creates different kind of values, different types of utility for the customer. First of all, is the form utility. Form utility is it means that conversion factor. For example, a plumber when he markets himself, what does he tell you? That he will provide you the best drainage capacity. That he will turn those all pipes and all the sinks or those water exhaust into something which will not harm you. Or what is the form utility of a furniture? The person who is selling furniture, he's trying to tell you that he will convert that piece of wood into such a piece which will help you to sit, to sleep, to eat, to do anything. Then you have place utility. Now, what marketing does is provide you a place utility. When we talk about marketing, in our last session also, when we covered, we understood marketing as a process which starts even before the production process. And it even goes on after the sales. Now, place utility is technically providing those goods from the factory to the consumers. So, doorstep deliveries or tracking facilities, these are all what marketing helps you to provide place utility. Then you have time utility. The purpose of time utility is to provide the goods when they are needed. Specifically, if we talk about the pharmaceutical industry, for them, marketing a lot has to do with the time utility because some drugs are life saving drugs. So, their purpose or their marketing objective is to provide those drugs at a appropriate time to their patient. Then you have information utility. I hope when you eat a packaged item, you will definitely find a list of ingredient behind it. Now, why that is done? Because the marketing company, the people who are selling that product, they want to tell you that what are the ingredients which are used in the product, and if you are allergic to any ingredient, then don't eat a product. Then you have the possession utility, that how easily the goods ownership is transferred from retailer to the consumer. The more easier transferability is there, the more customer are attracted towards that product. And the second is because a lot of companies are going through that marketing process, so consumer have a large number of choices available. We will just take example of a normal bathing soap. Now, a normal bathing soap from Actual has a lot of brand. We have Lux, Pierce, Rexona, Dove. Even in a single company, we have a lot of options available. So we can say there are n number of brands which are available for almost every product. Now, how is that possible? Because all these companies are marketing themselves to the customer. So customer has a lot of choice. And the final benefit for a customer is the platforms, the place where they can buy. Typically, you can call it a market. There are a lot of marketing platforms also available. A very common example is the online platform. Even in online shopping, you will find a lot of place where you can buy. You have Amazon, you have Flipkart, then you have a Geo app, then you have Swiggy, then you have Blinkit. All these apps are selling you almost same item. And within those apps, customer also know how to search for information. So if a customer is trying to buy a laptop, he will go through all the website to find the best deal. This is happening, or this is possible because of the aggressive marketing done by every platform. And finally, what is the importance of marketing for the society? Now, a very normal thing you have to understand, whatever product are being made by the industries, they are being made because the resources of the societies are being used. So it is upon the company to give back to the society as well. The first form in which they give back is to provide as a source of employment. Now, if you remember, there was a time when there were door-to-door sales happening. Especially, I remember in my young age, I used to find a lot of door-to-door salesmen who were selling that tight product. They used to carry some kit with themselves where they used to show you by experiment. They used to demonstrate how excellent or how good that product is. Now that provides a source of employment to a lot of people. Then you have a lot of packaging and advertisements options also available now, because you can buy anything from anywhere. So those products needs to be packaged and delivered in a very safe manner. So that also creates a source of employment. Then in a more analytical sense, you have market research consultancy job. You are you can analyze what kind of product will be successful in what kind of market, and you can sell that knowledge to the public. That is also a source of employment. And finally, welfare of customers and stakeholders. As I've said, it is more and more realized by the corporates that they have to give back to the society because the thought process of the society is changing. They are demanding their corporates or their product manufacturer to be more and more conscious of their social responsibility. So CSR, corporate social responsibility, is a very big example of that. Example is HUL behavior change program, where they are actually giving a lot of marketing money to promote a behavior of hand washing, and hand washing with the help of a soap, so that those germs are not transferred from the hands to anybody else. So why is that? There is no need for them to do it. They are not a medical awareness company. They are a FMCG company. So why HUL, that is Hindustan Unilever, is doing it? Because they have realized that their product can also be used to prevent diseases if it is used properly. So what we are realizing is marketing, the scope of marketing in society is a very upcoming scope. In our next session, we will also cover a very good concept related to it. It is societal marketing concept. But that is for the next session. And for today's session, I think this much should be sufficient. If you like this marketing classes, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys are interested in learning macroeconomics, especially that beginner, for everybody, beginner, medium, and advanced level, you can also follow my macroeconomic playlist, which you will find at the end of this video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.